You ever have that moment where different audio sources come through at once and you're hearing the game and the stream intro? It's really confusing. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and hello there, Rad, welcome into the stream. A little birdie tells me you've made affiliate recently, so why don't we give you a shout out here. She is an absolutely lovely streamer. She's very casual. She was last seen playing Warhammer Vermintide 2. How was that? I don't think I've actually played any Warhammer games. But yeah, she's a lovely streamer, always welcoming into people, very family friendly. Go and check her out. Okay, so today we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. We are going to be playing Doctor Who The Lonely Assassins today. It was a mobile game based on Doctor Who released shucks. Well, you're very welcome, Rad. You deserve it. So, if you're not familiar with Doctor Who as a TV show, it's about an alien that calls themselves the Doctor that travels around in time and space in a blue police box, fighting monsters, righting wrongs. They can change shape, how they swap between actors, and they come up against all kinds of enemies, including an enemy called the Weeping Angels, which are creepy statues that will attack you if you blink. And that's really all you need to remember for this game, because it focuses on that. Let's just see if we can swap over to the game now. Put the game audio back on. Oh, okay. Also, when you do start this, it will ask you to share information with a third party. I mean, not entirely uncommon, but I don't want that. I don't want that. So, do be wary if you do play this game. I did play a little bit of this to test it to begin with, but not too far in, so not spoiled anything. So we're just going to start a new game. Now, this is developed by Kaigan Games, the same people who made Sarah is Missing and I keep butchering this game's name, Simulcara, or something like that. If you know those games, you know what you're going to be getting into here. The premise of this is you find a phone in a London laundromat. That's about all I know about it so far. So why don't we jump into it, shall we? Yeah, I do. Okay, please enter your pattern to unlock. This isn't my actual pattern, by the way. Just in case anyone felt like hacking into my phone, even though it's nothing like this. Would you really try and log in with if it's just got a security code like this if you found a phone? Oh! Oh, what did I do? Okay. Patronella Osgood. It's also recommended you play with headphones and with the lights down, so I think this is going to have some horror stuff involved. Okay. Patronella Osgood. Wow, what an exciting start. I know, right? Oh, I'll fix the Discord link if anybody wants to... Oh, hello. I know who you are, but for simplicity's sake, I don't know who you are.
Lawrence, at last. Oh, the way you've been avoiding my calls, anyone would think I was your mother. This isn't your mother, by the way. Well, unless there's been a horrendous mix-up with a time fracture. But I think you're not Lawrence, which means Lawrence is still missing. Okay, I've not got long, so just listen. I've a funny feeling an old friend of mine made sure this phone fell into your hands.
Hey, usually welcome
which
in.
Means you're the right person for the job.
You're just in time.
The job being, find Lawrence. I can't stress how important that is. Think yellow highlighter and circled in red several times. Yes, that important. Right, my friends call me Petronella. You can call me Osgood. I'm an investigator, looking into the odd, the unexplained, anything on Earth or even beyond. And
I'm doing good. How about you usually?
Remit that is. No wonder I need your help. You and me are going to sift through clues, codes, and face some terrifying enemies. Sound like fun? Look, gotta go. But I'll be in touch, because you and me, we've got a game.
Right, okay, well, if you watch the show, you'll know who this person is, but it seems to be building her up like a mystery, so we're not going to really explain who she is. Thanks for taking my call. Now, let me tell you what this is all about. That phone belongs to a man named Lawrence who's connected to a rather fabulous person of interest. Problem is, Lawrence seems to be missing in action. Intriguing, how can I help? Or can't you investigate this yourself? Or I really don't want to help you. Can't you investigate this yourself? Under normal circumstances, yes. But I do think you were meant to help me with this. Besides, you have our best lead unlocked to Lawrence, his phone. Alright, okay, how can I help then? I need to find Lawrence, so you can help me by going through his phone. There may be some clues in there as to where he's gone. Okay. I've always wanted to be a detective. Excellent, we'll get on like a house on fire then. Hang on, I may have something useful for you. I've installed a scanning kit on the phone. It'll highlight any potential clues, if it works. Best to give the kit a bit of a test drive. You're quite the tech whiz. You're too kind. It's just a simple recovery tool, nothing too complicated. Let's start with getting a picture of Lawrence. He's bound to have somewhere on his phone. I mean, I suppose he would do. How do I get out of here? Alright, okay. I need to position myself a bit better with this. Okay, so... Oh wait, okay, we need to... Find a picture of Lawrence. Got it. When you spot anything of interest, like his picture in this case, the scan button will turn yellow. Tap it to activate the scanner, then place your finger on the screen and drag it round the capture to capture all the data till the progress bar fills up. If you hear a strange noise, you're doing it right. Then you'll get a clue. Do send me any clues you find. Oh, yes, I've handed a handy tracker, just in case you're stuck or unsure what to do. To access it, tap the icon at the top left of the home screen. Now, the first clue you need is to find that photo of Lawrence. Yeah, this was originally meant for mobile, so it might seem a little bit weird on PC, but it seems to be working okay so far. So it's like a little puzzle, mystery, adventure game. Okay. So we scan there. Clue found. Lawrence's photo. A photo of Lawrence, the original owner of the phone in your possession. Okay. Send the photo to Osgood. Who is Osgood? You should talk to her and find out. I think I've got his picture. Excellent work. Since you've scanned the photo, could you send it to me, please? Yeah, okay. Upload. Male and approximately Lawrence's age. It's him, alright. Restoring browser. Restoring chats. Restoring mail. Restoring calls. Okay. Got it. There's clearly more files in there, but they're corrupted or something. Odd. Yeah, usually does have a way of greeting people in a lovely way, I should say. Glad to have you guys here. Who are you again? Petronella Osgood, again. Investigator, scientist, sister. But investigator is the important bit right now. What sort of investigator are you? I specialise in monitoring paranormal phenomena, anything on Earth or even beyond. Anyway, about the phone. Data gets corrupted all the time. But there's usually a pattern to it, a logical cause. Okay. You know, like damaging a USB stick when you drop it in molten Zyton when conducting dangerous experiments in time travel. As you do. I've never done that. Don't worry, you've still got time. So the data isn't just corrupted, it's also out of place. Like a jigsaw puzzle, with the pieces incorrectly connected. First time I've ever seen something like this. Can we continue if the data's corrupted? Well, there's still fragments of useful data. So if you scan enough data, that might help us piece it all back together. Kind of like how you complete a jigsaw puzzle by first figuring out where the corners are. I have to do jigsaw puzzles now? No, don't worry, relax. I'll take care of that. Your puzzles will be much tougher. Oh, really? Take a look for the new files, would you? See if you can find out more about Lawrence, what he's been doing recently. Might give us a clue as to where he's gone. Okay. Can I reply to again? What do you already know about Lawrence? Not much. Male, in his 40s, worked in a shop that sold old books and rare DVDs, now owns said shop. Also runs a movie club, it seems. If anybody's watched the Doctor Who show Blink, the episode Blink, it's supposed to be a sequel to this. So if Lawrence sounds familiar, that would be why. Is he in some sort of trouble? I should hope not. But from what I've detected on his phone, there is a chance he might be. Tell you what, we'll find him, I'll deal with him, then you can be on your way. Deal? Deal. Great. So I need you to go through the phone, all of it. If you find anything interesting, just scan it and I'll have a look. Good luck, and thanks in advance for your help. Okay, so once we need to go through the phone and see what we can find about any clues as to where Lawrence has gone. Let's start going through his emails. Damn you, Nightingale. Dear Mr. Nightingale, I write regarding the recent renovations of my property. I understand that construction work can cause inconvenience to those around, and for that I apologise. That said, I ask you to refrain from harassing me any further. What I do with my property is my business, and I am well within my... Thank you, Windows Defender. I'm well within my rights to carry out whatever works I choose on my own home. If you do not desist, you will be hearing from my lawyer. P.S. I should add, I do not appreciate your childish scare tactics. I do not believe for one solitary moment the outlandish tales you tell about my property. I see them for what they are. Poisonous poppycock, Mr. Nightingale. Poisonous poppycock. Sorry, every time I hear that word, it's got to be done in that voice. Excellent news, your order has been successfully delivered. You've earned the following store credits as points to spend on your purchase. Wait, what? Okay. Thank you for shopping with us at Henry's department store. We received your order on February 13th, 2021. Kindly note that it has been updated to the following status on our website. Blah, 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 blah. Open the link. Well, it needs our login, so... Wait a minute. Okay, so we need to go back. Hello? Lawrence? Hello? Hello? Can I scan this? No, I can't. This is strange. This feels like it should be building up to a jump. Say what now? Okay. Can I hang up on him? Whoa! Okay. That was something. I'm scared. I'm scared tremendously. Okay, let's go through his emails again. Dear Mrs. Lennox, thank you for your email. Allow me to go over the events of the unfortunate day you chose to enter our shop. You ordered a chicken parmesan salad, which as was brought to you, you asked if there was meat in it, to which the reply was obviously yes. You then flew into a raging temper, then informed us you do not eat meat. While you somehow managed to misunderstand the word chicken on the menu, our staff was kind enough to offer you a replacement meal. You responded by throwing your plate and cutlery on the floor. At this point, our staff had no choice but to escort you off the premises. Also, that uppity woman is my partner. Given your behaviour, Mrs. Lennox, be thankful we are not pressing charges. Please do not patronise us again. Okay. Mum always said you were a crazy old bat. Cheerio. Lawrence, dear Lawrence, this is Amy Lennox here. Do you remember? I hope you do remember me. I was a friend of your mum. How are you, my dear? I haven't seen you since you were a wee lad. It pains me to write this, but I had a most unsatisfactory experience at your establishment the other day, and I wanted to bring the matter to your attention. I was at the cafe for lunch, and my order was completely wrong. Now, normally I wouldn't kick up a fuss, but the young lady on duty was rather uppity and rude when I voiced my complaint. I understand it's hard to get good help these days, but you really must keep a close eye on your staff, my dear. Give an inch, they'll take a mile, I always say. I suppose if your parents were around, they could have given you guidance, but Auntie Amy is always here to help. Wishing you good health, Amy Lennox. Okay. The stuff here that's corrupted. Okay, do we... Osgood, can you help us with this? No, go back, go back. I need to move something, bear with me. There we go, I can see this a bit better now. Okay. Okay, let's see what's in his chat. Whoa! This is, interesting. Happy birthday, Kathy. It feels odd to say that again. I miss you, Kathy. I miss you so much. There's been so much happening now that's dredging up old memories. I wish we spoke more, especially after Mum and Dad passed. More than just me phoning you whenever I needed a place to stay. I know I can't change things, but I just want to be your dumb brother again. You were always the smart one, and I'd give anything to go back to there. To have you here. Hello? Kathy? No, I'm sorry. This isn't your sister. I didn't mean to interrupt, but, well, there's no easy way to say this. My name's Graham. I am the current owner of this number. Oh, God. My apologies, Graham. I should have known the number provider would have sold her number by now. I'll stop. It's alright, really. I'm sorry for your loss, mate. Thanks, Graham. I appreciate it. Listen, you can keep sending messages if you want. I won't read them, promise. That's awfully generous of you, but alright. Probably should have said those things when I could anyway. I understand. The offer still stands if you ever change your mind, though. I'll remember that. It's no problem. Well, I hope you have a good day, and sorry about interrupting you. Now, that's another reference to the show, if I remember. Lawrence's sister was attacked by the Weeping Angels and got sent to the 1920s. Wait, where's the scanner? Hold on. Look for... Okay, so... Lawrence's scan and send Flint's email to Osgood. Okay. So that's one objective we need to do. Okay, we can scan there. Argument with Flint. A misunderstanding comes to a head. Let's see if we can send this to Osgood. Sounds like a typical neighborhood tiff. Outlandish tales, huh? What has Lawrence been spreading about Flint's property? Why does Lawrence care what Flint does anyway? Perhaps it affected his property value, or maybe Flint painted his fence eggshell white instead of parchment white. Point is, could be anything. It's not unusual to have problems with your neighbours, but for it to escalate this far, there must be something more to their dispute. Okay, so I can't reply to what's good about that. Let's see. Have you got other objectives on here? Oh, okay. Okay, so Lawrence's chat history could have a lead. Okay, so that's where we need to go next. Henrik's, your package order ID has been delivered. This is an automated message. Please contact our customer service for inquiries. Sally Sparrow. If you remember watching, she was actually the main character of Blink, actually, believe it or not. Hi Sally, hope you Hey Field, how you doing? Welcome in. We're playing The Lonely Assassins today. It's a bit of a slow start, but I think we're starting to slowly get underway. Hi Sally, hope I caught you before your flight. Just wanted to wish you good luck. You'll do great things in America, I know it. The world isn't ready for Sally Sparrow. We got everything covered here, I promise. But don't forget us once you got your big exciting life going, yeah? Do people actually text in small messages like this? If I've got a lot to say to somebody, I just do it in one big text, not like all these little things. Hey Jumi, how you doing? Welcome in. Oh, Larry, don't be so dramatic. I'm just moving across the pond. It's not the end of the world. How many times you blinked already? Just once, actually, just now. And now I'm now tweeting this from 1920. No, I'm kidding. But thank you, Larry. Now I know I'm leaving London and the store in capable hands. I'd never doubt a nightingale. Promise I'll make you proud here. I'll send a postcard to you peasants when I make it big here. Oh, shush. Okay. So that's about. You're bailing again, Larry? So this is Mo. You're bailing again, Larry? The campaign's been on pause for weeks. I know. Sorry, but work's in the other way, and I have other things going on. Maybe go ahead without me just this once. What? You are only healer. Plus, Tom's a complete murder hobo. It'll be chaos. We should kick him out of the group if he keeps that up. See, this is why we need our cleric. His infinite wisdom. Sorry. We'll just aim to have a session after Daz's party. Are you sure you're okay with the planning since you're busy and all? Positive, I want to make up for everything. If you insist, tell me if you need any help, yeah? You got it, Mo. Okay, so were they... I had no clue what MMO they were playing there. Psst, you got everything ready for Daz's birthday party? Yep, should get stuff delivered by this weekend. Excellent, mate. You're the best, can hardly wait, hopefully anyway. You never know with Henrik's. Oh wait, hold on. Something's corrupted here. All's good. Can you help me, please? Oh, shit. Oh. Okay. Hello? Wait, how many packs are you getting? Getting a keg. Yes, he hates surprises, but the keg will defo make up for everything. Did I mention you're the best? Only every other day. Lol. The modesty on this one. Just saw the list of stuff, mate. Disco Ball, you're a proper legend. I know, I'm the best. Hiya, mate. Party day's almost here. Need any help bringing the stuff on the day of? Might help myself to the keg first. Larry? Don't leave me hanging, man. Larry, what's going on? I'm just trying to give Dazza a decent birthday. Serves me right for depending on you, I guess. Oh, he's left an audio recording.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry, man. I just got back and Dazza told me about Nats. You must be like crazy worried. But she's gonna turn up. You probably thought I was well out of order with my text about the party. But obviously, I'll take care of all that. You need to focus on finding Nats. And hey, I'm here for you, Loz. Whatever you need. Even if it's just to talk. Don't be one of those dinosaurs who thinks talking about problems a mug's game. It helps, man. I should know. Listen, I'm gonna give you another bell later, okay? And we'll find her, yeah? You and her, you're gonna be together forever. Alright, later.
That's good advice for life, actually. If you've got a problem, don't be afraid to talk to somebody. Mate, sorry about everything again. I'm here for you. You know that, right? Call me if you need anything, whether it's a bite to eat or just to take your mind off things. I can be over in a flash. Are you okay? I just wanted to check in with you. Popped by earlier, but you weren't around. Good to know you're out of the house at least. Left some stew me mum cooked up near your post box. Take care of yourself. Larry, mate, I know it's hard times, but don't go silent on me, yeah? You're worrying me, man. If not me, then ring Dazza, Hamish, or anyone, really. You know we've got you. Larry, please talk to me. No one's seen you in days. Where are you? Oh, shit. Hello? 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 Osgood? Help? Oh shit. Well, yeah, how are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Uh-oh. Let's go back up to the corruption here. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I'm doing alright. Yeah, it's a typical Sunday. Okay, Osgood, what have you got for me? This isn't terribly encouraging. What's up? The item you scanned, thank you for doing that, by the way. It doesn't really fit with any of the existing data we've found so far, which means we can't use it to uncover more data. Okay. So what happens now? Should I keep going then? Absolutely. I'm convinced this is significant somehow. It might not help us recover data, but I think it's a lead worth following. Keep going, I'll let you know if anything interesting comes up. Okay, so what other objectives have we got now? We still need to look in Lawrence's chat history. Look for corrupted parts. What should we do first? Okay, yeah, I got that. Okay, so we need to go to the Henrik's, Okay, so we bought it on February the 13th at 8:30. Okay, just have to remember that. Yay, everybody's... so many awesome people here. Okay. Let me just go back a minute. Okay, so 13th of February 2021. It's American. Oh, right. Do I need to click it? Can't use the keyboard. Right. And we're going to ask him for his login information as well. 574320. Ordered. Wait, I thought that was right. Do we need to put the hashtag in there, I wonder? So what are we supposed to be doing? Look for the order ID in the email. Find out when Lawrence made the order in the email from Henrik's. May have updated... Okay. So, it was the right details. Delivered? And what was the order number again? Five seven four three two zero. I've just noticed time's going by when we're doing this. Try delivered. Oh! Oh, okay. So, it was stuff for that guy's birthday party then. Osgood, can you make any sense of this? If anybody's new and been wondering what the premise of this is so far, looks like Lawrence is buying stuff for a party, including a disco ball. Groovy. Basically, it's based off the Doctor Who episode Blink. We're trying to find a character from that episode, Lawrence, who's gone missing. We found his phone, and a character from the show who appeared in the Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi eras of the show, Patronella Osgood, is actually trying to help us work out where this guy is and what was he actually doing before he disappeared. Think his car is still at the address? Possible. Oh. I dread to think of the mess of the silly string and keg that could have made from being trapped in there. 71 Timber Street, his home address, I presume. Where's Sally? According to one of his texts, apparently she went over to the US, apparently. What, to do be an actress, I think it was implied by the text, I think. Might need to swing by this and make sure he's just not been lounging about all this while. Okay. Okay, what else do we need to look for? I mean, there's the corrupted data, so where do we need to scan? Okay. Lawrence's chat history could have another lead. Let's see if it flashes up again. Go back to Sally's chat log. Again, do people really make these small texts just to talk to people? I mean, if I want to do a big text, I just do... if I want to say a lot of things, I just do one big text. Let's have a look in phone. Who did he ring? Okay, only 2 people rang us. Balrog? Real name Banto, Dazza, Hamish Pierce, Isla Townsend, Kathy Nightingale, Lawrence, Last Days of the Raj, Mohammed Rashid, Malcolm Wainwright, Rani Chandra. Isn't that one of the characters from Sarah Jane Adventures? Sounds familiar, actually. Unity Shelter Project? Can we ring them? Line busy. Can we ring Sally? Can we ring Lawrence again? No. No one wants to talk to us, it seems. No. Till death do us part. Something there I can't really do anything with. Anything of note? Not particularly. Just him messing around doing things. Oh! Sorry, we have to stop the stream and look at this cute cat. It's law. We have to stop here and look at this cute cat for a bit. No. Oh, cute little cat. I'll give it a minute for you to absorb the cuteness. And then I will carry on with this. Somebody watching fish. Interesting pie. London. That's the one we just scanned. I was wondering if it gives a prompt to scan something as well. And we need 4 more corrupted fragments as well. Okay, we've done that with Henrik's. I'm kind of stuck already, actually. Lawrence's chat history could have a lead, but I've looked through his chat history. Have I just sequence broke or something? I've just looked through there. That's him trying to ring his sister, but it was somebody else on the line. Can we do anything in the browser? Into the unknown, Alabama's blue box. Blue box spotted in Montgomery. November 1955, a blue telephone box appeared in an alleyway in Montgomery, Alabama. Nobody knew where it came from, but reports suggest it wasn't there in the previous day. Written records show the inquiries of the local populace were met by... Oh! Okay, this is what we were meant to do. Okay, so maybe we can send this to Osgood in a minute. Into the unknown. Now this is where you got the... Oh! Oh! Want your own star? Click the link below for more info. Not interested. Another corrupted fragment. How many we got now? That's okay. Upload clue. Corrupted website. Aha! Progress! Okay, what's progress? Great, these items are useful. Well, useful is a relative term, but the items are more like fragments, really. The two pieces you scanned are connected to each other. Interesting, but no new files then. No, not yet, anyway. We still don't know where this leads. We'll get a better picture once we've got all the pieces. So keep calm and carry on scanning. There's the blue box clue. Blue box? That must be the Doctor's space-time machine, the TARDIS. I don't have a record of it in Alabama, though. But it looks like this occurred around the time of the Civil Rights Movement, specifically when Rosa Parks was resisting bus segregation. It was an iconic moment for the cause, you know, and the Doctor does like to be present at historical events. That is actually a reference to a more recent episode. It was one of Jodie Whittaker's first episodes, actually. I think it was episode 3, where she and her companions went back in time to the time of... it was the time of the bus segregation, hang on. I'm trying to recall that, but I'm completely butchering this here. It was when Rosa Parks sat in a white person's seat and was arrested and was taking a stand against bus segregation, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that, and generally civil rights as a whole. Well, taking a stand for civil rights, I should say. Okay, sorry. Doctor Who? It's complicated, but long story, that's my person of interest. I like to keep tabs on him, her, them. It's hard to keep track. That's the problem with time-travelling aliens, I suppose. They don't always show up in the right order, and sometimes not always in the same body. But that old phone box is always a dead giveaway. A doctor in a police phone box seems a little... incongruous? I think that's the right way of saying it. Well, the Doctor's not really a doctor per se, and the box has nothing to do with the police. That phone box is actually a TARDIS. You only look for clues in the phone. So far, yes. Its appearance is just a disguise or a cloaking field, I think. If you played either Sarah is Missing or Simulcara, it's the same game. It's the same idea. Looking for clues on a phone with the odd jump scare here and there. Time-traveling alien doctor, why not? Although there is supposed to be live action footage involved as well. All things considered, you're adjusting to this remarkably well. Anyway, this discovery proves my hunch. Lawrence was indeed jump scares like with Tanner. Sort of. I also suspect the Doctor had something to do with you getting hold of Lawrence's phone. Maybe Lawrence found the Doctor? Doubt it. Near impossible to say any regular bloke to simply stumble across the Doctor, but I have a niggling feeling he might have stumbled onto something else. We must focus on finding Lawrence. Well, if you come across any more references to the TARDIS or the Doctor, do send them to me. That might give me some leads on the Doctor's current location. Keep investigating, please. You're doing a fabulous job. Oh, she's still talking. But we need more information about where Lawrence is now and what he's doing. Okay, sounds simple enough. Sparrow and Nightingale. Oh. This one's taking a little while to load. This is the website of their DVD shop, I believe. Admission's always free. Drop by the Nook, find comfort and warm your heart with a delectable pastry and a hot coffee in our in-house cafe. Visit us at our shop located on Queen Street, London. We'll be happy to have you. Okay, there's a phone number there? Let's try and see if I can save that number in here, because that might come in handy later. 191618 XX14720. Something like that, anyway. Okay. Anything in the search history? The Drumlin's disappearances. Oh, Fish Hands, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Welcome in, Raiders. If anyone's new who's not heard of me before, I am NevByte, a variety streamer who does some older games, but we do play some newer stuff. We're playing Doctor Who today. Let me give you a shout out, Fishy. What were you playing? Cat Quest 2. Okay. That sounds like an interesting game. Was that a good one, was it? Welcome in, Raiders. We're playing Doctor Who, The Lonely Assassins today. It's like an adventure game where you're investigating what happened to somebody who disappeared. It's based on an episode of the show, so if you haven't seen it, you probably won't know who I'm talking about. If you played Sarah is Missing or Simulcara, it's the same idea as those games. So far, we've got send and scan and send any sightings of the TARDIS to Osgood. Alright, you gave Fishy more bits. Okay, fair enough. Yes, the raid did happen, Haggard. Welcome in. I don't know why I can't scan this corrupted email though. Okay. Can we talk to Osgood about anything? Oh, how is Luna anyway, you little doggo? Also, this was originally meant to be out. This was out. This is a mobile version as well, so it might seem a little bit weird the way this is laid out. If you were playing this on mobile, this would basically be a phone interface. I can't even. Can I scan that? Osgood, can you... I can't seem to do anything with that. Huh. I can't do anything in the gallery. We've looked in there. So, what exactly is he looking... Does the game mean with, Oh, okay. Just missed some... Okay, we can do that. Alright, okay, that's the audio file. Upload that. That explains the delivery from Henrik's. I don't like this. Sounds like something bad has happened. I'm guessing Nat is someone important to Lawrence, so much that he'd drop everything for her. He could be looking out for her. Maybe that would be a reasonable response to someone you care about going missing, but you're going to do some work and sort out your stream schedule. Have a good one. Thank you for your company, Haggard. Welcome in. Thank you for joining in the raid, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. We're headed in the right direction. We know a bit more about our friend Lawrence now. What do you make of it all? Maybe he just got tired of the city life. You think he just took off? Looking at his life so far, he doesn't seem to be the type. He seems like an ordinary person, except there's no such thing as an ordinary person. So, what seems significant about Lawrence? He does have an interest in the local folklore. He was planning for a party. Know that much. Yes, which means that until very recently, things were pretty settled for him. So if anything unusual happened in his life, it must have been in the last week. Mo's message about Nat felt important. Yes, I think this missing person is very significant. Certainly worth looking into. Sounds promising. I've also just realised Lawrence hasn't tried to find his phone. That strikes me as very odd. How do you know? I've run 54 checks and he hasn't called his phone or texted it. And he hasn't done any other Find My Phone things you'd normally expect. But he did try and call his phone. What? How did it slip by my sensors? Never mind that. What did he say? Where is he? He scared the shit out of us. That's definitely one thing. These weird flashing images appeared. Not a regular call then, is it? I'll see what I can do. If it really is him trying to reach through. Perhaps the line was bad, or whatever it is, it must have been serious. So, what now? We should see if Lawrence experienced any unusual events in the past week. Right, where should I start? I've managed to use the data you scanned to recover more files. There might be some more clues in those. Scan them and we can see what we can piece together. Restoring Sally's chat. Restoring Natasha's chat. Restoring Mr. Flint's chat. Restoring mails. Restoring gallery. Okay. So, okay, we can access some more stuff now. Okay, let's go into Sally's chat. Wait. Hold on. There's more to that? 2 weeks ago.
Hey, Sally. I know it's been a while, but this is urgent. Nat's missing. It's like she just up and disappeared. It's them, Sal. I know it. They did this. I was... Sorry. What was I thinking? It's just... You're the only one that gets it. You were right to escape.
What do you mean Natasha's missing? We did everything we could to prevent this. Why isn't it letting me scan it? Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't have the heart to tell you. Someone bought Wester Drumlins. What? Larry? I couldn't do that to you again, Sally. I made you a promise. Believe me, I tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen. Now she's gone. I'm coming home. We'll figure it out, okay? I'll get a flight out first thing in the morning. No, don't, Sally. If it really is those things, you and Natasha are the only people I care about as much as I want to face this with you. Please, don't come back. I can't let you do this by yourself, Larry. You sound just like her. She wanted to help too. We'll get her back. I'll contact Rani, see if there's anything we can do in seeing that place off for good. Just be safe, okay? And please stay. Okay. I hate this. Promise me you'll be careful. You're a brave man, Larry Nightingale. I think I've heard that once before, and you'll hear it again from Natasha next time. Oh my god. Oh, not now, Majima. We're getting close to the truth here. Oh my god, I slept through my alarms. Why didn't you wake me? It's an hour past opening now. Because I made the executive decision. You will never want to not hear Majima. We still need to play the next Yakuza game at one point. It's still not decided if it's going to be Yakuza 0 or Yakuza Kiwami 2. Because I made the executive decision to give you the day off. You're ill, Nat. You need to rest. But we're meeting the new suppliers today and Mrs. Norris from the foster home. Are you sure you can't manage all of it by yourself? There'll be like 12 kids for the tour. I've got it all covered. Your notes are pretty detailed. Plus, Oscar's here to help as always. Trust me. We play Kiwami 1 first. You say start with 0. Play both, then 0 means you like Kiwami 1 more. Okay, fair enough. I did talk to somebody who was of the opposite opinion. I did originally want to start with 0, and somebody was like, oh, no, play Kiwami 1. It assumes you already know the characters. I thought, okay. So we played and finished Kiwami 1, so, okay, that might be an idea to maybe go to 0 next, maybe. Knowing Oscar's there does make me feel a bit better. Larry and Oscar. Of course, you too, hon. Fine, I'll stay home today. Let me know if you need any extra help. Alright, nah. There's some soup on the stove, by the way. Aw, did you make it? Sure, if heating it up on the stove after it was delivered counts. I suppose I appreciate the thought. Thank you, Larry. Have a good day at work. Hope you feel better, love. Psst, nah. Important question. Did you head out without me noticing? The texts are coming from inside the house. Anyway, could you get me a pint, please? The kitchen's right next to you. But I'm right at the best part. You've only watched Trainspotting 100 times now. You don't think you would cry at Nishiki and Kiwami if not for 0? I mean, it was moving, but I suppose if I played 0 first, it would have a better effect, I think. I don't know how you can stomach it, honestly. It's a classic. And I never knew how you could sit through Lawrence of Arabia. It's only about 3 days long. Now that's a real classic, without any gross-out scenes, too. Right, engaging plot, that, man. Desert, and more desert, and even more desert. It's the whole atmosphere and mood, and might I remind you, Peter O'Toole was a national treasure. He was quite the dessert in the desert, too. Well, can't argue with that. Wow, I just realised this film came out of 2 decades ago. Makes me feel really old. Aw, love, we all have to grow up at some point. And excuse me, we're the same age. 45 is not that old. Are you implying that I'm a geriatric? I'll get the pint. Want me to bring you some iced tea too? Smooth operator. And yes, please, for what it's worth, I'm glad you chose life with me. Oh, is, Lawrence cheating on Sally with somebody, I wonder? Hey, Nat, did you go out? Where are you? The kettle was left on. Was there an emergency? Seriously, Nat, where are you? Please, give me a call. I've been looking everywhere for you. Please, if you see this message, call me, okay? Please be okay, Nat. Huh, holy shit. Hello, is this Mr. Flint? Who is this? Is this a telemarketer? I'm not interested. I assure you, I'm not here to sell you anything. This is Lawrence Nightingale. I live near your new property. A friendly neighbour, is it? Forgive me, where are my manners? What can I help you with? That's all right. Is it just Flint, or... That's Mr. Flint to you. Now, what do you want? I won't ask a third time. Right, I'll get straight to it then. There are some concerns regarding your property. Whatever the real estate agent told you, they're lying. It's not safe there. Don't go into that house. Are you calling my cousin a liar? Pardon? My cousin's the one who sold me that house. My cousin's the estate agent. Are you calling him a liar? That's not what I meant. I apologize for insulting your family, but that's not important right now. You need to stay away from that house, Mr. Flint, please. I don't know what you're playing at, Nightingale, but I won't tell what to do like some bumbling half-wit. Perhaps if we talked over the phone, I could explain better. You have 1 minute. You hung up. Yes, because like my cousin, I'm a liar too. I suggest you stop pestering me with this nonsense. Good day, Nightingale. Mr. Flint, I apologise for the heated exchange. Perhaps we got off on the wrong foot. Please, allow me to make amends. Why don't you pop by for supper sometime with my wife and I? We'd like to give you a proper welcome to the neighbourhood. I suppose these things can get lost in translation with these modern devices. Very well, I accept your invitation, Mr. Nightingale. Excellent. Hopefully we can all sort this out. Okay, we need to upload this first. Lawrence's concern. Let him die. Who, Mr. Flint? Wester Drumlins. Must be an estate of some sort. I'll look into it. We're missing some history here. My thoughts exactly. It's too bad they didn't take a further trip down memory lane. Buildings are truly anomalies of their own. People go on about the mysteries of space and the ocean, but buildings can hide even more secrets in plain sight. Oh, hello. Hi.
Shark 1747. Shark 1747. Shark 1747.
1747? I don't know either. Yeah, Shark 1747, that's what I thought I heard. Hey, that was a call, right? The signal was odd. Who was it? It was just someone saying a bunch of random numbers. Very odd. It's hard for me to guess without hearing it myself, but it seemed like a hijacked phone signal. Okay, can I reply to this? Could it be the data corruption? It's possible, but it doesn't quite match the corruption. Check the call history, see if the number plays back. I'll look into it when I can later. Was this Steve from finances? He usually just spouts random words and numbers. To be fair, yeah, that's applicable for anyone who works in finance, I guess.
Shark 1747. Shark 1747. Shark 1747.
Has Osgood got it? Oh, okay. Did you get that, Osgood? Okay. Okay, Death Do Us Part is unlocked. They say either shark or butcher the word shack. Yeah, I'm thinking shark. Okay, something to do with Natasha. Uh-huh. Okay. Whoa. That one's corrupted. Whoa! Okay. Anything else? Oh, wait, go back. That looks like an interesting filter for a personal photo. Yeah, it's like somebody tried to adjust the size and just got it completely wrong. Wait, why can't I get off this? Go back to the corrupted one. What is that? I have no clue. Can I do anything with this? Go back. Oh! A corrupted fragment found in the photo album of Lawrence and Natasha. Any other photos of note? No? Okay. Corrupted photo. Good or bad Ha! You tell me. You see, it's puzzling. We did guess correctly. All the fragments do seem to fit together. So it looks like we are getting somewhere. I'm sensing something's not making sense to you. You're really getting to know me. And you're spot on, you see. That's 3 pieces now. And none of them link to the other data on the phone. They should, but they don't. It's almost like they were never supposed to be on Lawrence's phone. Maybe the last piece will make sense of this. So what, like a virus or something? I hope you're right. At least I hope you're right. Go get the rest. I'll be waiting. Okay, I'll upload that first. Happily married man, our Lawrence. I'm almost certain that this is the Nat Mo mentioned in the message. Seeing them makes this much more real. It is real, but I understand what you mean. A lot to process, isn't it? There's a chance of getting her back. If not, we will help someone gain closure. Either way, we have to try. Hope isn't lost yet. Okay, so I'm guessing Lawrence married this woman and then they've gone completely missing. Isla Townsend. Psst, Izzy. Yes, Larry? So I want to get a surprise gift for Nat, but the usual flowers seem boring. Any ideas, like? Oh, Larry, what have you gone and done now? Nothing. Come on, you can tell me. Matt's my bestie and all, but I can keep a secret. I'm serious. Can't a man do something for his lovely wife just because? Alright, alright. I know she's been talking about that new Indian place. Last Days of the Raj, that's the name. You want me to get a curry? God damn it, Larry. Trust me, she'll be thrilled. Okay, curry it is then. Can I just add that you two are sickeningly sweet? I say it with love. Izzy, just checking in. Have you heard from Nat today? No, actually, why? Larry, is everything alright? I don't know. She's not been replying to my calls or texts. It's not like her to be this unresponsive. Oh no, maybe her phone's out of battery? I'll try asking around too. Keep each other posted, yeah? Thanks, Izzy. Larry, no one's seen or heard from her. I'm really worried now. Larry? I'm here, I don't know what to do. I'm coming over. We'll go to the police. Okay. Hi, Larry. How are you? Let me know if you need a chat, alright? We'll find her, Larry. Don't give up hope. Larry, don't shut yourself off, please. We're all here for you. Interesting. There's one chat there that seems to be completely blocked off for now. Something's changed on the phone. You now notice there's two shadows in there. Okay, some new emails. Find.me, registration confirmation. Dear Lawrence, someone has sent an update to your report. Please click below the view. Hi, dear Lawrence, thank you for registering to findme.web. What you're going through right now, we are happy to provide any support that we can. Please head over to the homepage and start filling in the details of your missing loved one. Okay, so that's the next corrupted piece we've got. Whoa! Hi? A new mention, L Nightingale 76. You were mentioned in a comment by JJJ Jackpot in the following thread. Weird phone corruption. You click the link below to view the thread you've been tagged in. Anyone familiar with bugs? I'm 99.999% certain I've got some kind of virus or bug on my phone, and it's glitching everything out. Down to my last few security protocols at the moment. Worst part is, so much data's been corrupted. Apologies to those waiting for my updates on Wester Drumlins. Those batch of photos were the first to go. Might help if you tell us what kind of glitches, mate. Mostly just weird patterns and numbers, but now it feels like there's an image in those as well. Everything keeps shifting through and I can't tell what I'm looking at. I'm actually experiencing some kind of phenomena on my phone, or it's in my phone, I don't know. Alright, scan that. The virus is just burning through my phone right now, corrupting everything. I've tried to delete the source file I traced it back to, but it's like the virus is always 2 steps ahead of me. It's behaving like it's got a mind of its own. The really weird thing is I feel like someone's watching me through my phone. Like it's slowly waking up and forcing me to look at it. Are you telling us you've got some eldritch horror on your phone? You're all looking for the unexplained, right? Here it is. I'm getting these strange dreams. Hallucinations. Even when I'm awake, I keep thinking that my arms are turning into stone. It keeps moving. The pictures. I look away for a brief second and it gets closer. You were right. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Wester Drumlins, don't go there. Don't go. Take a breather, mate. It'll be alright. It's too late. It's here. Watching me. Osgood? Help. What is going on? Is there anything I need to be doing in here? Back to main. Oh, this is the stuff about the house Wester Drumlins. Anyone know anything about Wester Drumlins? Does anyone know oh, wait, go back. Does anyone know anything about this house? Dark history, mate. That's basically every other place in London, lol. I'd love to hear more stories from people who know the place, though. Bruv, have you read it? Get a grip, mate. More likely that this article is a marketing ploy for something out soon. Smart, but nothing I haven't seen before. Huh, I used to walk past this house from my night shift when I was in uni. This is way back in the early 2000s. The lights would be on sometimes, and I swear I saw figures moving by the window. There would be music playing too, an old jazzy tune. Come to think of it, I never heard any footsteps, or voices, just the music. It says the house hasn't had any new owners since the 1960s. Squatters, perhaps? Could be. Place still looked like a wreck then. But those statues out by the front garden, God, I hated those. What's wrong with the statues? They were in a different position every time I saw them. It was a cruel surprise whenever I spotted them anywhere else. Sorry, just having a drink of water. Theory, it's part of an underground experiment lab, or it's where the mob takes care of their victims. That's the only logical explanation. The cover-up's why this hasn't hit mainstream news. I know it. Where's the cat? Curious about all those missing people too. Anyone familiar with those cases? Former emergency operator here. It's been oh wait, am I about to read all of this? Huh. Here's Larry's one. Where is Larry? Trust me, you shouldn't go there. Sounds like you have a story, friend. If you must know, well, I lost my sister in there. She went in and I never saw her again. So that's my personal experience. Just stay away from Wester Drumlins. Again, vague statements won't make me believe you. Not as gullible as the rest, I'm afraid. Okay, nothing about that in here. Statues in Hammond Square. I took a holiday to London last spring and took a few touristy pictures in Hammond Square. My mum did a few cheesy poses with the cherub statues, the one near the water fountain. I was looking through the pictures a few days ago and the statues look different, as in there seem to be more than I remembered, and some are facing the wrong way. It sounds crazy, but they were definitely not facing the camera when we took those photos. It seems insignificant, but it's weird, right? Anyone experienced anything similar? That's odd. Maybe your phone camera malfunctioned, some double exposure, or maybe your memory's just failing you, love. I wouldn't past Hammer Square to have another freaky statue incident. Anything by Larry in here? Something about hecklers on a London platform or whatever. Tested the filter on different places in my house, including the kitchen. I was making dinner last... Oh, here we go. Sorry for barging in. Are you still seeing those statues? I've had some experience with these things. Please DM me when you see this. You're wasting your time. It's been weeks since they posted here. Must have been a troll. And these good people here bought it. Tales from the War. Something about the Blitz. Can you ask what station that was? It was in Walham Green. Okay. Is this something we can scan? No, we can download it. Oh, I can't remember what this is a reference to. It's somebody who's gone... suddenly experiencing World War II and experiencing the Blitz, it sounds like. Hypnotized, staring at the sky, blocking the underground entrance the whole time. I don't know, what do you lot make of it? Okay. Does anything work when we click on Larry's profile? No. I don't know exactly how to get off here. Huh. Okay, let's have a look at the emails and see if they will help us get rid of it. Oh. That's no. Oh, that's another one. Find me confirmation report. Oh, that's an update. Ah, okay, now it's gone back to normal. Right, corrupted email. Well done. It looks like that's the last one. Great, what now? I'm going to run some algorithms to try and piece them together. This may take a while. You could continue exploring the phone in the meantime. I'll let you know when I'm done. By the way, it looks like the corruption is blocking a direct link. It might be worth checking that email again and see where it leads. Sacred Circle? This is a conspiracy theory message board. Used to be use it myself for some fascinating insights. I never pegged Lawrence to be the type. What's with this Jack fella experiencing glitches with his phone? Should I be worried? I don't know why you should be. You're in perfectly capable hands. Mine. Since you haven't been experiencing similar issues, fear not. Jack's last words about Larry, he was right about Wester Drumlins? Yet another mention about that place. Something tells me this won't be the last reference to it either. All roads lead to Rome, or Creepy House in London. I'm getting into this so far. I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would do. I mean, it's interesting, to say the least. Scan sighting of the TARDIS. Who did Lawrence report as missing on Find.me? Hope you guys are getting into this as well. Illusions of Security. This week we take a look back at one of our 4 older articles to explore a rather surprising installation outside a Van Gogh exhibition. A fleeting conduct, only there for a brief time. Is it a coincidentally placed random object, or a brilliant critical commentary of our social landscape? Come on then, load. Oh, this is supposed to be a reference to... Oh! Ah! See what that is? The blue box. Of course, it'll mean nothing to people who haven't watched the show, but that's the TARDIS, the Doctor's ship. Will it let us scan this, I wonder? Oh! Cold Hazard, thank you for the follow. How you doing today? Welcome to the stream, hope you're okay. Okay. I think this is a They tried to get in the box, but the doors were not open, the windows were frosted, so we could not see inside. Amid our puzzlement... Good. Hope you're doing alright. We're, slowly solving some mysteries here. I believe this is supposed to be a reference to Vincent and the Doctor, because, I'm pretty sure this was the same gallery that, the 11th Doctor and Amy went to in that episode. This reciting does tally with some old recorded incidents. The Doctor should be really more careful where they put with the time machine. But why visit a Van Gogh exhibit when the Doctor can meet him in the flesh? Well, I mean, he did. What kind of alien is the Doctor, anyway? The Doctor's a Time Lord from Gallifrey. Okay. Gallifrey sounds made up. You made that up. Well, if you were told an alien you were from a planet named after slightly moist dirt, I'd imagine they'd be pretty unconvinced too. So, what's the Doctor like? The Doctor is a lot of things. Kind, mad, brilliant, and sad, somehow. Somehow? It's easy to miss, but there's a certain melancholy with them. Eons of living can do that to a person, I suppose, yeah, because the Doctor by this point is supposed to be thousands of years old. Do you know the Doctor? No is a strong word, but yes, I've met them. A few times, actually. The Doctor is the Doctor, and a complete lunatic at times, exactly. They're a madman or madwoman with a box. You got to travel through space and time? No, sadly. The Doctor offered me a chance once, but I couldn't take it. I was needed at home. Well, there was that other time too, but then I died, but that's a whole other story. Anyway, good that we found more evidence of the Doctor. I'll be sure to look through it later. Right, any more objectives we can do? Okay. We've got more TARDIS sightings to look for. Okay, let's have a look through his emails again. Is this game canon? I am not sure, to be honest. I mean, it could very well be, but I don't think there's been any official word that it is canon or not. I think as well, the BBC aren't really supposed to say if any side material's canon. That's why Big Finish is a bit all over the place. I mean, it did acknowledge the Big Finish companions for Paul McGann, but it doesn't really seem to acknowledge much of it anywhere else. Okay, there's 2 emails we can't access. These ones I think we've already read. Can we open the link to that, or is it corrupted? Okay. Okay. So I'm guessing maybe we need to look at that website then. Okay. So. Excuse me. Well, we can't open that one, because obviously that's corrupted to all hell. When did they go missing? Go back to the chats a minute. Well, what date was this one text? He lost contact with her on the 17th of February. Okay. Wait a second. Oh, right, okay. Those numbers that we got called about before, not really... We got a random phone call with the number Shark1741, and we haven't really got any clues about what that actually means. So I guess we'll find that out a bit later. Okay, so let's see if we can go through this. Let's see if we can get find the picture of Nat again. Brown eyes. Okay. Downloads? Oh, right. Okay, forgot about this. London Chronicle. Davis Street attack raises questions. London suffered a single isolated incident of destruction last night. An area by Bond Street Station was destroyed in what was otherwise a night of respite for the capital and country. Okay. A series of odd events. Okay, Osgood might want to look at that. Can we get into that? No, we can't. Okay, now that's back to the way it was. Let's have a look what she says about this. Now, hold on. Mystery woman clings on for dear life. There's something very strange about that story. Do you see what? You'll have to give me a pointer. The report makes it clear that the woman was dressed in clothing from our era. I'm guessing this is another mess relating to the time fracture. Okay. What's a time fracture? Oh, the usual. A problem that could trigger the end of the world as we know it. Don't worry. We have top people working on it right now. Top people. I'll forward this information to my colleagues. They'll know what to do, I hope. Meanwhile, we need to focus our efforts on finding Lawrence. What objectives do we need to have now? We need to do now. Okay, we've done this. Okay. So we need to look for more sight into the TARDIS. The missing person revealed their age in a chat with Lawrence. Lawrence last saw the missing person at his house. A photo of the missing person would reveal their eye colour. Let's go back on that find.me again. You think this site would ask for login information? Brown. Female. 45 or 44, 45. Missing since 1702. We don't know Lawrence's address, do we? Huh. Right, we don't know his location. Okay. Is it in that order article, I wonder? Let's open that link again. "71 Timber Street," that's it. Okay, 71 Timber Street is what we're after. If you were playing the mobile version of the game, you were supposed to be texting this, but since we're using the PC version, we're using the mouse. 71 Timber Street. Brown. Female. So he was looking for Natasha. "Update for you, buddy. I'm afraid it's not good news. I asked around, and you were pretty much the last person to see Natasha. No signs of forced entry or anyone coming over the fence into your home, and from what you tell me, pretty much all personal effects are still in the house, so clearly she didn't go anywhere on her own. Checked in with a couple of pals at Scotland Yard, nearly said Scotland Yard then. Had them run every database I can think of, not a sniff in the whole of London. I hate to sound corny, but it's like she just vanished into thin air. Sorry, Lawrence, she was your wife, and I know this must be hard to hear, but this is the deadest of dead ends I've ever seen in 16 years doing this job. I think this investigation's over." Okay. Must have been awful to know that neither a private investigator nor the police could help. Totally not. Jesus. Luckily we're neither of those things. You're really getting into this, aren't you? Rip, yeah. That's the kind of determination we need. The report is rather conclusive, I was afraid of this. Quite a few of my ex-colleagues disappeared while on assignment. Losing people never gets easier. And to lose your spouse, I'd imagine that's much harder. I've had a closer look at what you sent me so far, and I'm seeing some worrying interferences in some of the data. I think Lawrence and Natasha might be in some serious trouble. You can tell all that from data? I'm a scientist, it's what we do. We need to redouble our efforts at finding Lawrence and Natasha. What about the doctor? When people are in trouble, helping them is our priority. It's what the doctor would do. Anyway, I'm sure we'll find some clues about the doctor along the way. So what's the plan? Ideally, UNIT would be the best agency to handle this. These types of odd cases are our speciality, after all. Now, if anyone doesn't know who UNIT is, it's a military organisation that the Doctor has worked with a lot of times. It originally started as United Nations Intelligence Task Force, but got changed in New Who to Unified Intelligence Task Force, because I think United Nations didn't want the name on it for some reason. What sort of agency is this exactly? Oh, she'll explain it anyway. This is highly classified information. But you've come this far, you deserve to know. The Unified Intelligence Task Force, UNIT for short. Our job is to keep Earth safe. Officially, we don't exist anymore. Unofficially, some of us kept going in secret to resolve this time fracture debacle right now. Oh yeah, because in the most recent one, they cut the funding to UNIT, didn't they? Thanks for trusting me, Osgood. Not a word about this to anyone. And you're welcome, partner. So, as I was saying, it's down to us to solve this. So, what do you think we should look into next? I'm not sure. I think we should look into West of Drumlins. Lawrence mentions it in his messages to Sally, and I know it's important. I believe it's connected to these disappearances. Laura's voice message also implies a them from West of Drumlins. Good spot, I noticed that. What are your thoughts about this ominous them? Maybe he thought someone kidnapped Natasha. Possibly, but none of this feels like a kidnapping case. No ransom demand, no reason to target Natasha. At any rate, Lawrence specifically mentioned Wester Drumlins. That makes it our next lead. I managed to recover some new data. Let's see what you can find out about this place. What are you going to do? I'm going to investigate Lawrence's house, personally, with both him and his wife disappearing. Let's just hope I'm not the next one to go missing. Okay, so restoring more of the chats. Okay. Let's go look in the gallery first. Whoa. Hello. Someone doesn't want me looking in there. Hello? Whoa! Okay. Yeah, thanks for that. That was a jump scare I could have done without. Alrighty then, let's have a look in the mail. Your latest complaint. Dear Mr. Nightingale, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to provide you an update regarding your previous complaint to the Wester Drumlins estate. On February 3rd, 2021, an agent was dispatched to the property to investigate the concerns outlined in your correspondence. After a thorough investigation, they found the building up to code. Thus, we have no plans to proceed with further action at this time. We understand you have submitted a total of 3 reports concerning this estate since its acquisition. Our team has investigated each of these claims, but they continue to find no evidence of wrongdoing. Unfortunately, we cannot entertain any further complaints regarding Wester Drumlins without absolute evidence. If you have dispute with the property owner, we suggest you contact them directly or seek a mediation service to resolve the issue. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any housing concerns. E. Louise Hahn, Council Support Representative, Britannia Council. Hey Ronnie, hope's all well with you. Sally and I just want to thank you again for your help on the Wester Drumlins article. Getting it featured on some high-profile sites as well as some urban legends sites really was going above and beyond the Call of Duty. It's something we both appreciate. There's no way we'd have managed to get it published so quickly without your help and advice. I doubt anyone else would have given us a hand. I can't say I blame them, to be honest. The things I've seen, the stuff I know about, well, most people wouldn't believe a word of it. The fact that you listened and understood meant the world to me. Clyde was right. You're a special person. By the way, how is he? I've not seen him for ages. Tell him I said hi and send him my congrats. I see his homeless charity just opened its 3rd shelter. Okay, so these are the guys from Sarah Jane Adventures then. Oh, meant to say, I saw that some sites refuse to publish articles anonymously, and for those you gave Sally and me the pseudonym of Cal Nye Wallace. Very nice. I see what you did there. Thanks again, Lawrence. P.S. I saw the piece you wrote in the Metropolitan magazine about the devils of the sea helping waylaid mariners. Absolutely fascinating. Right, we'll scan this. Okay. So that was a pseudonym of Cal Nye Wallace. I'm afraid I don't get the reference. Any other emails in here that I need to look at? No. Right, okay. Let's have a look in the chat some more. Oh wait, okay, there's an extension there. Just need to... It doesn't add it on immediately to the other end of the... Here we go. Mr. Nightingale, what do you want? I'm trying to be civil about this and advance my voice. You continue to be a thorn in my side. Mr. Flynn, I have no idea what you're on about. If you have any issues with the renovations, you'll have to bring it up with the council. Save it. I just spent 2 hours cutting up all the red tape you try to throw in my direction. You can't stop me from doing what I wish with my property. You don't understand. Why don't we talk about this? This is not a discussion. Just let this go and walk away. My previous email still stands.
I said 3 sugars, you absolute imbecile. Mr. Nightingale, my dear chap, how did it get to this? I will tell you how it got to this, Nightingale. Your insane crusade to try to stop me carrying out renovations in my cellar. Now, most people know me as an easygoing man who... For God's sake, make a fresh cup and get it right this time, you glistening simpleton. An easygoing man who prefers to find common ground. But in this case, the only grounds in question belong to me. Wester Drumlins is mine to do with as I wish, and I intend to open up its cellars. Attempt to coerce or scare me again, and I shall contact both my lawyers and the police. Actually, I rather think the boys in blue would be fascinated by your tales of killer statues, might even get you committed. And if you think you could remain silent when they pull you in for questioning, the chief constable is an old golfing friend of mine. He'd make you sing, Nightingale. He'd make you sing. I've so enjoyed our little chat. Toodle pip.
I mean, forget the Weeping Angels. This guy sounds like he could be a killer. Okay, an angry voice message. Mr. Flint has had enough of Lawrence's interference. Right, okay. Anything else? Okay, did we not scan Ronnie's email? Oh, we did. We did. Oh, killer statues. Yep. How very diplomatic, Mr. Flint. So he's the current owner of Wester Drumlins. That's why Lawrence was locking horns with... Oh, hello. Hi.
Watcher 9327. Watcher 9327.
Okay.
Watcher 9327.
That was... Okay. Anything to say about that, Osgood? Oh. You just got another weird call, didn't you? What was this one like? The same, just static and numbers. Did you notice any patterns? 4 numbers both times. Both messages started with a word. So there's some consistency to them, but it doesn't tell us much. Which makes it another mystery to add to our stockpile. Just a second. I just pulled up some information from the call data. It seems like both calls were from old landline numbers. Very old numbers. Probably to 70 to 80 years old, in fact. Can you trace the source? Theoretically, I could. But I'd rather pay full attention to our main investigation. The phone's corruption might be causing these calls. Best we just wait and see if it happens again. We have more pressing issues right now. Okay, let's see what me... Hang on. Lawrence and Sally must have spread stories about Wester Drumlins to keep people away from it. And Lawrence was dealing with Mr. Flint. Why was he so determined to make people steer clear of Wester Drumlins? I could pay it a visit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but that might not be the best idea for now. Well, that's frustrating. I would hope we would find out more. What do you mean? I mean, we did learn some things. But I don't know how useful they are to us at this point. We know Lawrence wanted to keep people away from Wester Drumlins. Yeah. But doesn't explain Lawrence's interest in it. We've hit a dead end. I don't know how much more we can do on our own with just the phone data to go on. Did you find anything at Lawrence's house? He clearly hasn't been home in a while. His car was nearby, though, and the keys to it were in his living room. All the stuff that he ordered at the party is still in the boot. Anything else? Well, there was something odd about the master bedroom. An outline of dust on the wall in front of the dresser, like something was taken off the wall. I'm guessing it was the dressing table mirror. Maybe it's elsewhere in the house. Didn't see it anywhere. It's like someone removed it from the house. All the valuables were still there. So it's probably not a burglary. Lawrence could have taken it. Possible. But then again, the question is why? That, and it still doesn't tell us where he's gone. It seems everything's just leading to more questions right now. The answers might be in Wester Drumlins. That's true. It's the only strong lead we have. Whatever's going on, Wester Drumlins is the centre of it. Lawrence seemed to believe that anyway. I managed to contact a colleague of mine, Aisha. She's going to have a look around Wester Drumlins. That sounds rather risky. If anyone can handle this, it's Aisha. She's one of Unit's finest surveyors, very thorough and resourceful, so definitely the person we need in the field. We could still help her. I'll be with her in a rear piece anyway. Aisha and I have been a lot of Unit adventures together. I trust her to have my back, and I'd do the same for her. Funny story, actually. I once got Aisha out of a difficult scrape involving a cyborg shark and a bobsled. Her radio expertise came in very handy too. Sorry, radio expertise? Aisha is a radio tech enthusiast with shortwave high frequency. She's passionate about it all. Anyway, I'll drop Aisha a message now. Anyway, meanwhile, could you look through the phone again and see if we missed anything? Let me know if you find something. Okay. Let's, there's more Sally chats. Hello?
Mr. Nightingale, Lawrence, Larry. I was devastated to hear about your wife, Natalie, I believe her name is, or was. But it does rather prove my point, that you should end your fixation with my property, Wester Drumlins. I've been a patient man, Larry.
Drop that call?
Throughout
Okay.
all your scaremongering, and let's be frank,
I'm trying, it's
your
not letting me.
threats. But I've instructed my lawyers, Derbyshire and Mills, to seek a restraining order against you. Your obsession with my property must cease forthwith. That's
It's not
just
letting me
something
drop the
you have
call.
to face.
Can you tell I'm not
Incidentally,
Larry?
My contractors have reported
Bruh.
seeing a figure on the grounds of WD on several occasions. I think we both know it's you. Naughty, naughty. So I've upgraded the property security, and you would be ill-advised to go on another one of your snooping expeditions. Call it a
Bruh.
day,
Yeah,
Mr.
exactly,
Nightingale.
bruh.
It is over. I don't want you within a stone's throw of Wester Drumlins.
Okay, did that drop the call? He looks unwell, very unwell. The corrupted data. I managed to extract some information from it. But I'm limited in terms of what I can do here. You'll have to decrypt the data on Lawrence's phone. Okay, how do I do that? How do I do that? Go back to the Wester Drumlins album in the gallery. That album seems to be the source of these data ships. Piece together the fragments there, and I monitor a situation from here. Eek, I'm no computer scientist. Don't worry, it's easy. Just like a jigsaw puzzle. Just tap and hold the pieces and move them around. If the pieces fit, they'll snap together. Just keep doing that until you complete the image. Good luck. Okay. I think I can do that. Okay. This is, Hacker Man. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what this... How to... Wait. This is easier said than done. Wait, I see the image, what it's trying to... Okay. I see the image. You guys have a bit of a clearer image than I do, and from what I'm seeing of the stream monitor here. Okay. Can I rotate this around? No, but that seems to work. A crying person? Okay. Okay, what can we see here? Welp, it's a weeping angel. Okay. I'm sure that thing they used for Western Drumlins was used in a later episode as well. Knock knock, the one in the wall. Uh-oh. The angel. Creepy statue in an equally creepy house. Okay, can I scan more? No. Whoa! What was that? Oh no, 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 no. No! There's something on the phone. I know. Don't panic. Actually, panicking might not be a bad idea. It's what caused the anomalies I detected. Do you see? Well, the phone turned to stone. Oh god. It's a distinct entity that's alive. Wait, this sounds familiar. Yes, you remember Jack's post in the forums. The so-called virus that was affecting his phone. I'm sure it will turn to stone. Are you telling me it's the same thing? I'm 99.9% certain it is. It's a weeping angel. This is not good. Really not good. A weeping what now? Angel. Well, that's the form they tend to take on. Nasty predatory creatures, they turn to stone when you look at them. Units encountered them before, though. This digital form is unprecedented. What's it doing? It's moving through the phone, corrupting data. Oh no, it's trying to escape. Escape? Where to? I think it's trying to get into the phone networks. If it gets out, the damage it inflicts could be immeasurable. I'll smash the phone. No! Bruh, we can't find Lawrence without it. We'll have to stop this thing within the phone itself. I've got an idea. This creature came from the corrupted data fragments we put together. If we can delete those fragments, it might delete the entity. Might? You mean you're not sure? I'm sure it's the best chance we've got. Okay, I've enabled the delete function on my bug. If there's a corrupted data fragment on the screen, the scan button will turn into a delete button. When you see it, use it to delete the fragments. You'll know what I mean when you see it. Do it now, we're running out of time. It's trying to take over the phone completely. Hurry! God. Oh, shit. What do we do? What is it? Delete the fragments in the gallery. Okay, fragment, 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 where are you? Okay, not here, not here, not here. Till death do us part. Yeah, whatever you do, don't blink. What the hell? This is freaky shit. No, you're not getting it. You're not getting away that easy. Ah. Is it gone? Hey, are you okay? It's not the button. The entity is manipulating the phone. Hey, Gryri, welcome in. How you doing? It's going to try and everything it can to stop you deleting those fragments, but you must destroy it. It's not gone, no. We found its weakness and it knows it. It'll do within its considerable power to stop us using that against it. We might have an advantage. Weeping angels can only move when they're not being watched. Looking at its behaviour here, the rule still seems to apply. Okay, Grim, that's fine. I hope you're having a good day. As long as you keep it in sight, it can't attack. Okay, here goes. I'll do my best to keep you safe. Remember, no matter how hard it tries to stop you, you must get to that delete button. Okay? Right, okay. So the one in the gallery's gone. The email? You think you know where all the angel glitches are? Give me a chance to have a look myself, and then I'll... Wait, okay, I think I know where some of them are. Ah! Hey! Piss off. Oh! You cheeky guess. Ah, found you. Did that do it? Is that gone? Okay, the next one's in the chat. I suppose that one's in Mo's, I think. Yeah, that one. Ah. Yeah, Your years will not go to waste. Oh shit, the future's cold and empty. You will see me no more. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh dear. What? Okay, so that one's gone. Which one, where was it in the browser? It was, like a moth to flame? What? Into the unknown. Interesting. Find the moth, that one there. I don't know what this is. Go back. Browser. And read the cube part, okay. Do you have an influx of space cubes? Are they taking up too much room? Need a way to recycle them? Click the cube to find out more. Oh! I am a liar, so what I say is false. Don't believe my words at the beginning. So that was actually true. So, am I really a liar? Yes? No? No? A test of faith. Feeling lost, surrender to the embrace. Your time will be spent to nourish the greater good. I have my own path. Okay, what is this? Found you. Not interested. Nah. I'm fine, thanks. Ugh. No, no. no, 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 no. Can I click anyone else other than that? Proceed. Okay, is that gone? Okay, the screen. What about... Oh! It's there. Oh my god, yeah. Ah, piss off, piss off. Hello? Are you there? Everything okay on your end? That was way too close. Agreed. Sorry about that. If I'd known connecting the fragments would unleash that creature, I'd have come up with a different plan. Looks like we're safe for now. Yes, mission success. I have a feeling there's much more danger ahead, much more. Interesting. The data distortions on the phone have been eradicated. That entity must have been causing them. The creature managed to corrupt and destroy more data on the phone too. At least we prevented its transformation from digital demon to real-world threat. We did our best. What's next? Osgood? Oh. Ayesha's just arrived at Wester Drumlins. She's setting up surveillance cameras to monitor the place, and I've detected some new files on Lawrence's phone. You know the drill by now, don't you? Natasha's chat. Mr. Flint's chat. Mails. Okay. Right, okay. So. More photos we can't access. Let's have a look at Natasha's chat. Mr. Nightingale, I do believe your presence was required at home 30 minutes ago. Where are you? The popcorn's going stale. Oh, geez, sorry, Nat. I had to pop over to Wester Drumlins for a bit. Heading back now. I see, making life harder for dear old Fuzzy Flint. I suppose it's wise to keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. I take it that your pick for movie night is The Godfather and Fuzzy Flint. Really? I thought the mob might inspire you in these trying times. And yes, Flint's such a kind neighbour, and he never gets my name wrong. I can't imagine a better way to describe him. I could think of a few, like Fussy Flint. Oh, darling, you're just being unoriginal now. Shut it. But seriously, Larry, this thing with Wester Drumlins, it's about to go pear-shaped, isn't it? Don't worry, Nat, I'll keep us both safe. Those things are never getting out. I know you will, but we're a team, remember? I can march over to Flint's right now and make an offer he can't refuse. I'd love to see you all go all Corleone on him, but it's too dangerous. I've already lost Kathy, I can't lose you too. You can't seriously expect me to sit here twiddling my thumbs while you're risking your life. Look, we'll talk more once I get home, okay? Okay, but just saying you don't have to go it alone, Larry. I'm never alone with you around. Oh, you're such a melt. I love you. Osgood, what do you want? Oh. Forgot about that. I assume this is from Lawrence's exploration of Wester Drumlins. Looks like he documented the place thoroughly. Is that an angel statue? The same creature I fought off earlier? I'm not sure. But it's a possibility I wouldn't rule out. I must warn Aisha about this. Have a look at the new batch of recovered data, will you? We might find more answers there. Okay. Okay, Mr. Flint, there's some more. Aha! I know everything now, Nightingale. You do? So you'll close off the house. Close it off? No! My cousin told me all about you. You've been trying to get that property for ages. I know what you're trying to do. There's been a misunderstanding. And there's the article I think we just looked at. Horrible things have happened there. Poppycock! I don't take stock in fiction. Oh, he had a Welsh accent, didn't he? I can't really do a Welsh accent, though, so he's going to stay with the posh. And to think I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. Man, this game is good and you want to play it. Well, it is on Steam and on mobile right now. I think on mobile they're doing a discount for a short time as well. Just a disclaimer, then no one's paying me to say that. That's just my own observations. On Steam, it's something like a £5. I think on Android right now, I think it's something like £2 or something. Just translate that to your currency of choice. I don't take stock in fiction. And to think I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. The dinner was just a stunt, pure manipulation. Well, I won't be bought with a simple pot roast. If you won't listen, then I'll have to do something about it. Do something about it? Ha! I'd like to see you try. Don't test me, boy. Yesterday you tried to figure out the password from the website. What website? Can we do anything else in the chat? No, there's some more in there that we haven't seen yet. Oh, Oscar Huang. Hello, Mr. Nightingale. I'm at the shop right now, but it's still locked. Tried calling Mrs. Nightingale, but she's not picked up. Mr. Nightingale? Are we supposed to be closed today? We've got some customers out here with me too. Oscar, sorry, tell everyone the shop's closed until further notice. Do let the others know. Thanks. Real Life Into the Unknown website. Oh, I didn't even know they made an actual website of that. I might have to take a look at that later. Is everything okay? Sorry to bother you again, but do I still have a job? Is this because I accidentally melted some of the merchandise in the rare DVD display? How did you do that? Are you both going bankrupt? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I've just been thinking about myself. I should have pushed for more sales. Oscar, calm down. It's none of those things. Nat's missing. I'm so sorry, Mr. Nightingale. Please let me know if I can help. Anything. Hi, Oscar. Gonna take you up on that offer. Can you come over and pick up the keys to the shop, please? I might be going on a trip. Of course, I'm on my way. Are you going to look for Mrs. Nightingale? Something like that, and I'm leaving you in charge while I'm gone. I won't let you down, sir. Okay, so it's not letting me scan anything. Okay. Nothing in chat at the moment. Anything in Wester Drumlins? No. Oh, hello. Sorry, flashing light warning. I should have said that. I didn't even know. Corrupted video. Oof. Okay, what's this other one? Oh! We have another TARDIS. This was from Day of the Doctor. I remember this bit. When UNIT were trying to airlift the TARDIS in. Okay, come on then, Osgood. What have you got? We'll do the phone box one first. I remember that too. Oh my goodness. How on earth did Lawrence get this photo of the Doctor? How many TARDISes have you found? About 2 or 3, I think. I was certain the unit swept the whole incident under the rug. Fun fact, I was there myself, and it was the first time I met the Doctor. Why are you so... The Doctor visits Earth a lot, then? They've certainly taken the shine to this place. Seems to have a thing for historical events. They tend to show up around those a lot, I think. We found the one with the Louvre. We found the one... We found, obviously, just that Day of the Doctor one we've just found. And there was a third one we found, but I can't remember what that one was. Oh, it was the Alabama Blue Box sighting. That was it. Those are the 3 we found. Altering history? I should have went with the Snog and Ancient Queens one. That would have been funny, that. That's the thing, isn't it? We'd never know. I'd like to think the Doctor would alter it for the better, though. Why are you so interested in finding the Doctor? Personal curiosity, you could say. I'm a scientist, and that means hunting down interesting things. And whenever the Doctor shows up, interesting things tend to happen. Seems exciting. Well, and I think UNIT could really use the Doctor's expertise right about now. Speaking of, you make a fine recruit for us. Have you scanned the flashing recording? Yeah, I've just did that, Grim. Thank you. Definitely not the job for the faint-hearted, though. Fun fact, actually, for anybody who hasn't watched the show, those question marks on Osgood's collar, I don't know if you could see them from this angle. The Doctors that were on in the 1980s, they had that same question mark collar, and she's basically meant to be a stand-in for Doctor Who fans, basically. Sounds too dangerous for my taste. Well, yes, I suppose it could be rather life-threatening at times, but never a dull moment. Anyway, that's 3 TARDIS sightings you found now. Good job. Okay, let's see what she thinks of the video. Well, that's disappointing. When that thing was running amok in the phone, it must have damaged the file. Maybe it's important? If the entity targeted it specifically... Yes, good point, it could be. Judging by the metadata that's so readable, I'd say it's a digitization of very old film footage. Do me a favour, would you? Try and look for any mentions of this video of anything related to it. How would I do that? Okay, that may be in the emails? Oh! Okay. Archive video download. Dear Lawrence, thank you for dropping by again today. We managed to get that film you wanted, hoping this is what you were looking for. Here's the download link. Record number A113, medium film title, A London Citizen Displaced During the War. This link is valid for one download only. If you encounter issues, please contact your local records administrator. Okay. Okay, Osgood, what do you think about this? A London's... Why one download only? I guess so people don't go sharing it around? I don't know. That's curiously specific footage to look up. Why would Lawrence be interested in that? Something to do with one of his collections? Possibly, but unlikely given the level of importance attached to it. Hold on. This could be referring to corrupted video you found earlier. Yes, it's the last file I need to fully restore Lawrence's phone, too. How do we get it? Let's use the email from the archives as a starting point. You need to contact Marguerite and convince her to give you the digitized video she sent to Lawrence. So you'll have to pretend to be Lawrence. It looks like a personal transaction, so she wouldn't release it to a stranger. That's identity theft. Look on it as more as identity borrowing, for a good cause. No pressure, but if Marguerite asks you anything, just get your facts right. It's all in their email exchanges. Go on, give her a ring. Good luck. Well, this is going to be fun. No, wait, that's the... I will help you do this. Okay. Yeah, that'll be welcome. So basically, she's probably going to ask us... Wait a minute. How do we... Okay, first of all, we need to find a number. Go to the email. Where was it? Actually, yeah, it was down here. Okay, so that's the phone number. If somebody wants to put that actually, if anyone wants to put that number in the chat, that would be 1034. Is that all I need to ring? Thank you. Okay, so we'll try that. No. Oh yeah, we need the full number, don't we? Wait, go back to the archive. No, wait, no, that's not that one. That's the link expired. So we need the full number, don't we? So I need to note down the full number. 020-7946-0827. Alright, okay, so let's try ringing her on this number.
You have reached the Metropolitan Archive, your one-stop access point to our nation's history. If you are looking for an introduction to the Met Archive, please press 1. For general inquiries, please press 2. For research assistance, please press 3. For international collaborations, please press 4. To return to this menu at any time, press 0.
Hiya, Grandma. How you doing? Okay, so I'm thinking either 2 or 3. I'm thinking 3.
Having trouble finding what you're looking for? Feel free to submit a request or query and one of our administrative staff will get back to you. If you've already made a request or have a search in progress and you'd like to make a call following this up, please dial the 4-digit extension number of the person you would like to speak to after the tone.
Okay.
You have dialed the extension number of Quincy Marguerite. Please hold while we try to connect you. Hello, Marguerite speaking, Records Administrator. How may I help you? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? The line seems to be off or something. Give me a moment. I have your number right here. Text you in a bit.
Okay. Alright, so I was wondering how that would work on voice. Sorry about that. Lawrence, terrible line. How can I help? Right. Hi, how are you? Sorry I've got a problem with the file you sent me. I'm thinking it's the middle one, is that right? Okay, right. Just bear me 1 second. I just need to check something on my phone, on my actual phone. Alright, okay. Okay, no worries. Alright, let's do the middle one. I've got a problem with the file you sent me. Sorry, Lawrence. Pardon me, but can you refresh my memory about when we met? Okay. We met last week, is that right? Got a lot of stuff in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torn of the Golden Country, especially the blades in it. Okay. That's right, is it? We met last week. Okay. Ah, yes, that's right. Well, it was refreshing to speak to a hobbyist like yourself. A change from the usual media researchers and academics. I particularly enjoyed our last conversation about the nature of time. Okay. Oh, okay. Phone call, chat, or in office? Office, okay. That's kind of you to say, but I'm digressing. You're asking about the file you requested? Yeah, the old video footage, that right? Yeah, it is the old video footage, isn't it, that we're asking about? That's right, you said it was monumental importance. I hope you managed to download the file. Now, I was gonna say, well, I could have just said it was corrupted, but I could have just said that was corrupted. My PC died. My computer died and I lost the file. Sorry. Oh dear. Don't fret, these things happen to us all. I'll restore the link so you can use it again. Thanks so much. Oh yes, you asked about something else as well. Something about a blue telephone box? I think I might have found something. What did you find, or can you give me that too? I don't want to let on that we're looking for this so far. It's I'll just ask her, what did you find, I think. Yeah. A colleague found some records of a telephone box that predated its invention. Perhaps you might make more sense of it with your research so far? Just download from the old link, you'll get the video and the photo. Hope this helps. For some reason, Twitch has server error 2000 at times. You might need to refresh it, Ogrimmar. It's a little bit... Hold on. Let's download that first. You got it. Fantastic. Well done. That was a decent piece of hacking, my friend. Hacking, I should say. You're rubbing off on me. Well, however you managed to do it, you did it. So, to the moment of truth. Wait, is this just a phone game? It was released on mobile as well, but it did have a Steam port, which is what we're playing. If you were playing this on mobile, it would basically be like you're messing with an actual phone.
Thanks, Henry. This is a message for Lawrence Nightingale of London, England. There should be more instructions attached to the real tin.
Oh, there's a new photo as well. Nice.
It's so nice to be able to say that again. I'm in Kansas, 1928. The day Herbert Hoover wins the US election, though no one knows that yet.
I'm staying at the old Denslow farm, which is lovely and full of great people, and God, I miss you so much. Every single day. I mean, I'm fine. Don't worry. 1 minute I was in London, my time, our time. The next second I'm in Times Square, 1926. It was like life on Mars without Johnson.
The Lonely Assassins sound like they need a
But
teddy,
people only
they
remember
do.
Philip Glenister because Gene Hunt was so... I really miss our endless stupid talks about telly. That was always our thing. You better not be schlepping around conventions with someone else now, by the way. Unless it's Sally.
Hey, Midi, welcome in.
Could you move it closer, please?
How did your stream go? Because you were doing Tomb Raider 3 No Loads, No Meds or Secrets, weren't you?
I know it sounds stupid, but I was always jealous of the thing you two had. I mean, the angel thing. But that's not why I finally snuck off to Wester Drumlins. Honestly, I was trying to help. I don't know how, but... Anyway, as I was leaving, that was when this, damaged statue touched me and... zap.
Got to run to Ludsgate and the guards saw you. Oof. Unlucky.
Try
You've done well, though.
1928. I'm sorry I didn't believe you when you told me how dangerous it was. I pawned all the jewellery I was wearing, made some pretty shrewd moves in the markets. Always knew my degree in American history would come in useful. Call me Natasha Gecko.
I'll explain what this is in a second. This is sad, yeah.
Makes me sound like your pet lizard. Did I mention that I miss you? Every single day. Oh, not all my jewellery. The ring of bling. Till death us do part.
It is really
Didn't
sad.
mention anything about weeping angels. Henry, what's wrong?
Oh, God. Yes, Weeping Angels. So, basically, this is a phone... Well, if you played Sarah is Missing or Simulcara, it's basically the same idea. Investigating the phone of what happened to a certain individual. This is a sequel to the Doctor Who episode Blink. Lawrence was in that episode, as was Sally Sparrow, and we were we've just watched a video about what happened to Lawrence's wife. Turns out she ended up in 1928, thanks to the Weeping Angels. Bunch of sad twats. Yeah, exactly. Oh man, yeah. So yeah, if you blink with a Weeping Angel, they send you to another time and basically leave you there to die. Okay, let's send this to Osgood, see what she thinks. Oh, there's another picture. I'll have a look. This must have hurt to watch. Looking at the metadata of the original corrupted video, Lawrence must have played this a few dozen times. Where is this new Well, actually, let's just do the conversation with Osgood first. It must have hurt to record that, too. Agreed, but chin up, my friend. So this confirms it. Natasha went to Wester Drumlins and fell victim to the angels. They're not merciful creatures. It's a fate far worse than death. To be ripped out of time and away from the people that you love. Natasha made the best of it, though. She does seem like a real survivor. But it's also clear she was aching for Lawrence. Aisha hasn't replied to my text. I hope she's just busy with the cameras. I need to make sure she watches out for these things. Oh, and I managed to decrypt a set of data in Lawrence's personal files. Could you have a look at those first, please? Private gallery, Sally's chat, Natasha's chat. Alright, okay, let's have a look at this picture first. Then, So the Weeping Angels don't kill you but send you to another time. Basically, yes. They leave you there to die of old age and feed off the energy of the days that you may have had. So Yeah. Except in one episode, though, where they actually did kill the Time of Angels and Flesh and Stone. Those angels, if you blinked, they snapped your neck. Okay, was this the picture you were on about, Grim, or is this some... Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, hold on. You're right. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Sorry. Bleak out. Well, we'll scan this. We won't give it... Oh, there's another TARDIS sighting. Okay. We won't give this to Osgood just yet. I just want to... Okay, we've seen most of that. We're just going to have a look what's in the private thing first.
Just watched a message from Nats. I thought, like an idiot, it will bring us closer.
Yes, you're right, Midi. There was a plot twist with the Statue of Liberty was a weeping angel.
Oh, we are. And how much I miss her, and she's confirmed it. There's at least one active angel at Wester Drumlands. And what with everything that's going on there, I can't wait anymore. I've got to at least try and stop it before it unlocks the others. I know full well it might kill me. Or send me back in time, or... I don't know, maybe I don't stand a chance, but last time, me, Sally and the Doctor used their own gazes to lock them in stone. And so, like Perseus, I go into battle with a reflective surface. Doubt I could get hold of a shield, but I'm guessing a mirror will do the trick.
Oh, we were right. You can just...
The Doctor used to call them the Lonely Assassins. He reckoned it was because they turned to stone if you even glance at them. But if you think about it, lonely assassins are the best kind. Because we've got nothing to lose.
What if you painted eyes in the back of your hat? I mean... I don't think it would, but points for trying. Okay, so that's not scannable. Let's see what this one is.
This is it. I'm going back to where it all began. Wester Drumlands. Almost there now. It's funny, I've been there dozens of times and always got a tight knot of fear in my stomach. This time, though, nothing. I might stop the angels or... Rani told me about this bloke called Anthony Williams. She interviewed him, and he claimed that his parents were zapped by the angels separately, but both ended up in exactly the same point in time and space. So who knows? I might beat the angels forever, or have a date at the hot old... I thought so. Right, gotta go. Gonna get in through this side entrance. If I don't make it and you find these messages, you know the drill. Don't turn your back. Don't look away, and don't blink.
See you, Sans. Have a good day. Thank you very much for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Whoa. Oh boy. What a champ. Still recording on landscape. I mean, who does that? Except me sometimes. Okay. We'll just get a few of them and then we'll send it off to Osgood. A follow-up thing for what you said, O'Grimmar. Even if it did work, the angels do have a little bit of a counter measure for that. If you actually stare at them too long, in Flesh and Stone, the Time of Angels again, an angel will actually make its way into you, if that makes sense.
The angels are coming for you, but listen, your life could depend on this. Don't blink. Don't even blink. Blink and you're dead. They are fast, faster than you could believe. Don't turn your back. Don't look away, and don't blink. Good luck.
Okay, we're just going to pile up something. Instead of sending them to Osgood like one at a time, we'll try and get a pile of them and then slowly send them over. Okay, so what the audio?
So, no word from Nat since she popped out last night. I phoned all her mates, no joy. But I can't help thinking... I just wanted to hear her voice. So I played back a couple of my journal entries. Ones where she came in, so I'd recorded what she was saying. God. And in one of them, she says I should check out Wester Drumlands. And I say something like, I know, but I don't want to. Well, what if she wanted to help and she went over there to check it out? What if that's what happened? And an angel or something? What if she's gone forever? And I'm responsible?
Oh, Jesus, Lawrence. You have a theory? Shoot.
Journal update. Flint is an idiot. I don't mind idiots. I'm used to them. I worked in local government for 6 months, but he's a dangerous idiot. He listened to everything I had to say, didn't believe a word of it. And he said he couldn't guarantee he wouldn't crack on with his plans to renovate the cellar. This guy could unleash the weeping angel.
Which guy?
Hiya. Sorry. Didn't hear you coming.
Who are you talking about?
Flint, new owner of Wester Drumlins. He's doing work on the place, which could, you know.
Well, he could be thinking about it. Then see how much decent builders cost and decide he doesn't need a second mortgage. Are you sure?
I'm sure. Ish.
Why don't you go over and check it out? See if he's got any contractors on the job.
I know. I should do. But that place.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'll stick the kettle on.
Nats,
Yeah?
thanks. I'm praying I can convince Flint not to renovate the lower floors because those steps don't just lead to the cellar. They lead to hell.
You think Lawrence is still alive and is with a doctor? I think so as well, because, I mean, it seems a bit too easy to say that, Lawrence is dead.
Okay. Captain's log, stardate 54274.7. This is an audio diary. No, it's not. It's an audio journal. Journal always sounds more grown up. Okay. And I'm going to be recording stuff about Wester Drumlins and the Angels in case... Well, just in case anyone ever needs to know. Started back in 2005. Long story short, a house called Wester Drumlins has something nasty in the basement. Creatures called Weeping Angels, or Lonely Assassins, who, if they touch you, will send you back in time to feed off the resultant time energy. And no, I don't fully understand it myself, but they're like stone killers. And the only way to stop them is to look at them. Sounds easy, but it isn't.
I'm home!
Hiya. But it isn't. The Angels of Wester Drumlins are trapped in a circle. They're locked together because they're looking at each other, and the cellar is boarded up, so...
Trisha says she's calling the kid Marta.
What's wrong with that?
Marta Carter. What are you doing?
An audio journal.
Did you start by saying Captain's Log, Stardate, whatever?
Is the old video
Did
his
you?
mum? You mean,
I have done.
who's the woman in here? I think...
Good job, I love you, Mr.
I think
Nightingale.
it's Nat. I
Come on,
think that's
you
on.
can give me a
That's
hand
the
with
other
the
woman in
shopping.
this log.
Be with you in a tick. Anyway, some guy called
Oh, you mean
Flint has just bought Wester Drumlins. I don't know him, but...
There's a load of frozen stuff needs sticking in the freezer.
On it. I'm sure it won't be a problem.
Okay, that's all we can see in the private gallery. Is there anything else we need to look at? I'll have a look at the chats first. Okay, let's have a look at Sally's. Congratulations on tying the knot with Natasha. Sorry I couldn't make it, but it was an honour to receive an invite. Sally, I'm disappointed, honestly. I'm so sorry. I'm wishing you all the best, though. Not that. It's honour, not honour. Have you no, well... Honour? Oh my god, I hate you. That's a funny way of congratulating a bloke on his big day. Must be another thing I picked up in America. In all seriousness, Sally, the missus sends her regards too. How are you? It's been ages. The buildings there are old and tragic enough for you for photograph. Nothing could be as old as you, but there are some good contenders. And the hits just keep on coming. I've got to make up for all that lost time somehow. Anyway, things are crazy here. Crazy but good. I might even be coming back to London for a bit. Really? We should catch up if you have the time. I have some ideas for that thing, and Natasha would be happy to meet you. You should see the new shop expansion too. There's a tiny cafe area where Nat bakes up some goods. They're heavenly. I'd love that. Can't say much though. It's still top secret. But keep a lookout for that postcard I mentioned way back when. It's not exactly a postcard, but, you know, tomato, tomato. You mean honour. Ugh. So I might be slightly stuck in traffic, but Nat's there. No need to wait for me. Don't worry, she told me all about it. We had a chat, and perhaps it was best if it was a girls' night out anyway. I'll see you next time in town, yeah? I'm in town, yeah? Wait, what? You're joking. It'll come to you. Not this again. So I think if he's with the doctor, he asked the doctor to transport him to her. That's my second theory. It's possible. Yeah, it's a possible theory. Okay, something that goes back to last year. Larry, you have to see the place. It is proper posh. All the big wigs are here. There's free champagne too. Sorry, Nat, the traffic is rubbish right now. Be there soon. Try not to get too smashed. You should have taken the tube like I said, but no, you had to prove a point. You lost, by the way. Also, no texting and driving. It's been at a standstill for 20 minutes. I think it's safe enough. Are you alright over there? Yes, I'm fine. Just strolling through the showcase, feeling all mysterious and fancy-like. The photographs are beautiful. Really makes you, how did he escape from the angel? Well, I mean, if he was transported back in time, though, that's the angel's job done. They just leave you alone after that, I think. The few of them in our shot, Sally's really got an eye. She makes you look like a movie star's distant cousin, thrice removed. What? I resent that. Serves you right for being late to your own friend's exhibition. Speaking of, the woman of the hour's just freed up. Going to say hi, text you later. I love Sally. I knew we'd get along as soon as she rolled her eyes when I explained your friendly wager. She's on my side. Obs. And she's so lovely. She even got us something. Late wedding present, she said. Remind me to send her some home flowers tomorrow. Flowers and a few DVDs. How could a person only have 17? Anyway, love you loads and see you soon. Anything else we need to look at in here? No. Okay, alright. So he thinks he's got saved from the doctor. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Got some good stuff for you there. All's good. It's the doctor. Well, a doctor. The cheeky grim one with impractical footwear. That is one creepy video, Osgood. Creepy situations call for creepy videos. It's part of evidence that led me to Lawrence's phone, but now this clip makes sense. It's the warning of the angels. Okay, do you want the phone box citing the chap at the shoes? Sand shoes and Grandad. Is that a sketch of the TARDIS? On a first edition copy of Charles Dickens' Bleak House? I wonder why the Doctor was in 1853, the Crimean War. Whatever it was, I'm sure there was a good reason. You seem to be a big fan of them. Perhaps fan isn't the right word, but I do admire them. Quite the inspiration, then. You'd be right. This Doctor has always been this beacon of hope, inspiration, and tenacity, and a representation of the belief we can be better, always better. That's rather admirable, I think. Wow. Yeah, fan's the perfect word. So that's 4 TARDIS sightings. I suspect that might all be Lawrence has on his phone. So excellent work. This might be what I need to track down the Doctor. Okay, so we've got all of them. Perhaps Lawrence has already found the Doctor. Or he hit a dead end. The odds of tracking down the Doctor like this are not promising. We'll only know how far Lawrence got with this exercise once we find him. Here we go, there's the next one. Did you see that? At the end there? The Weeping Angel. It's just as terrifying in real life. They're getting stronger. We can't let them win. Lawrence's efforts won't go to waste. These recordings, they explain an awful lot, don't you think? Now we have the full story. True, so what have you worked out? Well, it's rather obvious, isn't it? Lawrence went back to stop the angels. That's pretty brave of him. Despite appearances, he seems like the kind of man who'd stay and fight. Lawrence defeated the angels before with Sally, but now they're loose and sent Natasha back to the past. Clearly he didn't manage to stop them this time. Do you think he's okay? Well, you saw the video. Short answer, I don't know. This seems like he was banking on that one advantage. The angels can't move while they're being watched. Lawrence wanted to use their own reflections against them. It would make sense, in this case, using the dressing room mirror from his bedroom. Lawrence worked out that way they could be trapped by their own gaze. I'll check in with Aisha again. That way we'll have... another one of...
Angel 5801. Angel 5801.
Okay.
Angel 5801.
Another code? This again? You've dealt with the source of the poem's corruption, so whatever this is can't be related to that. Curious. But 3 calls can't be a coincidence. They're not. I've traced the calls back to a phone company. It looks like they were set up on the network's own automated call lines. Who do you think is behind this? That's going to be a touch trickier to find out. I do have some interesting information about the calls. They were set up immediately after the phone company was formed in the 1950s. All the calls were routed to the one number on a very specific date. Lawrence's phone, today. Someone planned this, but how? Indeed. Oh, right. 3. Any more to say? Who in the 1950s needs to call Lawrence? Wait. There was a Alabama sighting of the police box in the 1950s. So, I have a theory who it could be. Could it be Natasha? Not a bad idea, and it's possible. But she was leaving messages in the 1920s. Why do it in a more obscure way all those years later? Doesn't add up. It's quite the enigma. Besides us, who else could it be? And is it Wester Drumlins right now? Oh no. Aisha! We need to help her. I'm trying to access her camera feed. Bruh. Okay. Hello? Oh, hello.
Aisha, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. I was going to phone you. Are you streaming my body cams feed?
She's not going to have a good time.
Scooby-Doo's house.
What?
Wester Drumlins. I just finished installing the exterior cameras. I've done some of the inside ones, but I still need to...
You have to get out of there now.
I was a unit operative for 5 years. I think I can handle a spooky old house. Hey, do you know that there's a statue of the owner in the basement?
Aisha.
Is Mr. Flint an ain't...
That isn't statue. Listen to me. You're going to be okay. Just don't...
Uh-oh.
She was going to say, don't blink.
Well, she did.
Who's that? Who are you?
Uh-oh, wrong question.
What's the right question?
Where are you?
Where are you?
He's behind you.
Don't blink.
When your friend said that you shouldn't blink and you're going to be okay, she was only half right.
Wait, so is Mr. Flint an angel? The owner? Welp. What the fuck? Hello? Oh.
Flint, yeah?
Yeah.
I have some excellent news for you. Something that'll put a smile on your face. I am dead. Or as good as. The angels are using Flint's consciousness to communicate. Because we wanted to say thank you for being so slow and so incompetent. You couldn't even stop Flint's work on Wester Drumlins. That work has allowed one of our number to free the angels trapped in the cellar. They're regaining their strength, and very soon they will be as right as rain. Your planet will become our larder.
British angel.
and I wanted you to know I will not forget how you tried to stop us. I will find you and send you back to a time when Earth was devoid of life. That shall be your eternal prison.
Very unwell, apparently means dead.
Just think of me as your guardian angel. See you soon.
Okay. Mr. Flint sent a photo. Where is that? Okay, chat. What the fluff? A picture capturing Flint's last moments of humanity. Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, that looks about my face when I was struggling to finish The Lion King. Wait, blink.exe? What? Okay, right. We haven't got anything in here. The angels got to Flint. Osgood? Hello? Osgood? Sorry, I'm here. I just couldn't sit around after, well, you saw Aisha's speed, so I drove to Western Drumland in Lawrence's car. Good thing I swiped the keys. What were you saying? The angel spoke to me as Flint. What? That's not good. I have to get in there now. The building's alarm system has been activated. But I'd rather get in without everyone in the neighborhood knowing. Any ideas? How did Aisha get in? She never undertakes a mission without her jamming equipment. I had a quick rummage through her car for it, no luck. It must be in the house with her. Just spotted a retinal scanner in the gates. I can work that with your help. How can I help? You need me to get me an image of Flint. With that, I'll be able to reconstruct an image of his eye and trick the scanner into letting me in. Find an image of Flint. Okay, got it. Pictures, videos, any sort of image will do. What have we just been sent? Just buy one and scan it. But please, you must hurry. This photo, was this taken after the angels? Poor man. Well, let's see if this gets us past the scanner. Okay. It worked. Okay, I'm going in. Be careful. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's... I'm heading to the cellar now. I grabbed a camera from Aisha's car. I'll patch you into that and the surveillance she set up earlier so you can see. Okay. Was the lonely assassin in one of the Doctor Who games? They were in the show, yeah. The Weeping Angels.
Aisha.
Why would they send a pic of his eyes to scare me, probably?
Aisha. Please be okay. Please be. Okay.
Angels feast on your friend. You sent her here, Petronella. Glad she's dead. You jealous of her as well?
I would only wish death on my worst enemy.
We're growing stronger. Almost ready.
And unfortunately for you, you're my worst enemy.
What's the time, Mrs. Wolf?
Petronella. Oh, shit.
I need to get something from outside the house, but I'm afraid... Actually, I could just leave it there.
Petronella goes to hell.
I'm afraid you're going to have to guide me out of here.
Petronella goes to hell. This is bad. Very bad. Are you alright? Yes. Technically. For now. The angels are in the basement. Remember the station numbers? Vaguely. I'd have to go up in the chat to look for them, but yeah, I've got them noted. Wait, how are you texting? I'm using voice to text. It's coming in really handy right now. I'm not sure how long I keep this up though, but there is a way to stop them. I need the disco ball in Lawrence's car. To trap the angels with their own reflections? Yes! I have to get it from the car. But the angels will attack as soon as I turn my back. Can someone else get you the disco ball? Any outside help would take way too long. It's just you, me, and the weeping angels. Although right now we feel like we should be the ones weeping. Can you watch them with Aisha's cameras? Oh my word. Welcome to the I Have Brilliant Ideas Club. Despite all the cameras inside the house, there are still some blind spots. Are there any cameras facing the house itself? Yes, you're a genius. We can use the cameras outside. The one that you should use still to keep watch for Flint's is contractors. You can control those cameras through my app. Just turn all the cameras inward toward the house windows. It's risky, but I can probably monitor the angels while I grab the disco ball. Hello?
Joker 9226.
Right, notice this down again.
9226. Joker 9226.
Okay. Right, okay. What am I meant to do? This one. Oh, this is where the code comes from. Alright. Alright, okay. I remember. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you, game. Right, okay. I need to scroll up the chat before I can... So, a watcher, 9327. Uh, 5801 Angel. Oh, wrong way. Alright, which one was Shark? Which one was Shark? Oh god, okay. Which one was Shark? You can recall the stations, okay. Alright, hang on then. Let me see if I can get the... Let me see if I can get Harks then.
Shark 1747.
1747, got it. Right, 1747, come on. Got it. Okay. So we need to turn them so they're facing the house. Locked. Right, locked. Oh, wrong way. Okay. Because the cameras have mirrors. Yeah, nice. Okay, I didn't even think of that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wait. Oh. Got it. You are too late. We cannot be stopped. Oh dear. Ah. Go away. No one to save you now. Ah. Is that gone? Is that... No! Got you, Flint.
Come on, come on, come on. Larry, I love you.
Oh, yeah,
The doctor once said that courage isn't just about not being frightened. It's being afraid and doing what you have to do anyway, which is good to know because right now I am very, very afraid.
Third Doctor quote. John Pertwee.
Okay. I'm in. Oh, why is it always the cellar? Oh, cellar. From the Latin, solarium, meaning the place where monsters hide. God, it's not really, sorry. Distraction technique. It's a habit I got off the doctor. Trouble is...
Okay, nerd. Or basement. Yeah, it doesn't quite work in America, does it?
Petronella goes to Hella.
Nerd!
Petronella goes to Hella.
If you're trying to scare me, you're doing a terrific job.
Still jealous
She
of your
is a
sister,
stand-in for Whovians.
with her good looks and charm.
She's no angel, which is why I actually quite like her.
Oh, you've been around time travel machinery, haven't you, Petronella?
She likes to go out, though. Nightclubs, bars.
Lots of yummy Artron energy on you.
I'm more of a library girl myself. But we did go to the odd disco together.
Artron energy makes angels nice and strong.
Never liked the loud music.
Strong enough to
But I always loved...
consume your world.
My phone!
Petronella.
I think we just saved the planet with a disco ball.
I think we did.
Oh, that is so the Doctor.
Okay, so what now? Hey, are you there? Disco wins, and who said Disco's dead? Osgood? You're worrying me here. Yes, I'm here. Sorry. Just catching my breath. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah. That was too close. Anyway, the disco ball idea worked. The angels are frozen, trapped, as long as it stays in place. Will the disco ball hold in that position? Streamer also losing his breath. I know, right? It'll do for now. It does make a rather festive, if terrifying tableau. I've informed Unit they'll secure the angels properly, and I'll have to break the news about Aisha. She didn't deserve that. I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. Without Aisha, the losses would have been incalculable. I'm sure our family knows that. Her family knows that, I should say. What about Flint? He's being taken to a medical project under the Mr. Copper Institute. He's just been to disco, after all. Time will tell if he'll pull through, but you've proven we can all stand up to monsters, no matter how terrifying they seem. Welcome to the fight. I'm almost certain that the Doctor chose you now for this mission, because the Doctor always... So she's stuck in the past forever? Yeah. Always knows a good person when they see one. Thanks, Osgood. Osgood, after all we've been through together, you can call me Petronella. Well, I did promise you we'd part ways once we were done. I'd imagine you got quite a bit more than you bargained for. It wasn't that bad, actually. Really? Huh, Maybe I'll call you again if I need a phone looked at. You know what? That'd be cool. Sounds good. I think my backup is on their way. I better go. Hey. It's been a pleasure. We didn't find out what happened to Lawrence. Right back at you. Oh, hello. Hello there.
Hiya. It's the doctor. Don't worry. Not your doctor. The doctor. Phoning to say thanks for the work he did with Osgood. Top stuff. You were brave and dogged and whip smart and all those other words people normally use about me. Whoa. Sorry about that. Okay. Osgood's busy overseeing the cleanup operation, but she wanted you to know they're moving the Angels from the basement to a top-secret cell in the Black Archives. And if you were worried about Mr. Flint, don't be. Got to him in time, and he's making a full recovery. He might still have a heart of stone, but the rest of him is going to be flesh and blood. Oh, hold on. Again. Sorry. Console's playing up. Time for its 2,000-year MOT. Osgood thought you should know something else important. That which holds the image of an angel becomes itself an angel. So when Larry took pictures of them on his phone, that's how they were able to infiltrate it. But hey, you dealt with all that, and I think... Hello? Oh, I'm picking up a distress signal from the Bar Galactica, so I best be off. Just one last message from Osgood. She said if you ever fancy working with her again, well, all you gotta do is pick up the phone. Literally. Oh, about Larry, my old friend. I really hope he's going to be happy as Larry. But I'm not sure what happens to him next. I don't know everything. Where'd be the fun in that? See ya.
Okay, so that was The Lonely Assassins. That was an interesting experience, to say the least. 100% Lawrence is not dead. Okay, so I liked that. It was a bit short, but I was expecting it to be short from a mobile game. It's unique. Definitely a interesting take on the Angels. I think once the credits are rolled, we're going to leave it here and we're going to go and say hello to somebody. All I can say is though, this Doctor Who theme, mwah, about 3 hours, yeah? Yep. I was going to have a backup on hand, but I think we're going to just go and wait for the post-credits. Okay, alright. There is supposed to be another Doctor Who game coming out, Edge of Reality, which, when it does come out, we'll stream that as well. But yeah, I liked this actually. Hey Serpents, welcome in. The Angels here are certainly more talkative, yeah. Well then, okay. I'm almost tempted though to... I'm almost tempted to see what would happen. Wait, actually no. If it's anything like Sarah is missing, it'll probably make you play it anyway, because there is an option to say no at the beginning to not help Osgood. But I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it might be worth a try, but if it's anything like Sarah is missing, it'll probably make you play a game again anyway. An adaptation of... But we'll see what this post-credit scene is.
If I don't make it and you find these messages, you know the drill. Don't turn your back. Don't look away. And don't blink.
The good ending. Wait, there's multiple endings?
Good luck, Larry.
Oh!
I think the Angel's flown, Yaz. The best day in the TARDIS still, I'm sure.
Oh! Okay, so that's what happened to him.
Nothing. Just thought I heard something out back.
I'll go and check.
No, you stay there, Miss Natasha. What do you want? This is private property.
Hiya. Sorry to bother you. Is this the old Denville farm?
Oh, Field, thank you very much for coming in. We're very... Hey. And Lockie, thank you very much for the host. Give me a minute, Field, and I'll give you a shout-out. For anyone who's came in, I am NevByte. And thank you so much for the host. I was going to be wrapping up soon, but I am NevByte, a variety streamer. We do occasionally do... older stuff on this, mainly newer stuff. We've just finished playing Doctor Who: The Lonely Assassins. We got the good ending, apparently. Let me just give you a shout out, Field. How did your stream go? What were you playing? Let me just have a look. Give you a shout out. Oh, I love you too, Helly. Dead by Daylight. How did that game go, actually? I did want to try and play last night, but I got called away to do something. This game came out. Yeah, it is. I mean, for the price it is on Steam and mobile, I would definitely recommend it. It is a bit short, and it is clearly designed with mobiles in mind, but I enjoyed it. Okay, so deleted the corrupted angel fragments on time, convinced Marguerite to release. Is this a scary game? Yes, it is a scary game. We just finished. TARDIS in Alabama. Okay, so did we get 100% then, basically? Okay. Not many viewers for a Sunday, fair enough. I mean, at least as long as you had fun, that was the main thing. Okay, now then. It was a hell of a lot of fun. Okay, apologies for the raiders that came in, but we are going to go and say hello to somebody. Let me just come out of here, and then we will do our usual little sign-off routine. The music I use, composed by Nicholas Judy from the album Imagine, from the Dark Fantasy Studio. If you wanted to look for any of those songs, you can. You'll have to get this game at some point. It's very cheap on Steam. It's about $5. Okay, so what's happening Wednesday? We are going to be returning to the Tomb Raider 2 randomizer, which we were struggling a little bit to play but we've managed to get ourselves unstuck from there. And we will... If you want to play Dead by Daylight later, just join the game voice chat. I'll be there soon. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Okay, who can I go and send you over to? Let's see. Who is actually on? I am going to send you over... I'll tell you what, we will go over and say hello to a guy called Dan Tagnan, who is playing Castlevania, it sounds like. Castlevania 3 with no save states. Okay, so, again, thank you for everyone who came in and enjoyed this game. Thank you for your company. Again, we will be back on Wednesday for the Tomb Raider 2 randomizer. And, yeah, have a peaceful night. Be excellent to each other, and I will see you again on Wednesday. And also, before we go, I fixed the Discord link if anybody wants to join. So yeah, I don't have any other words to wrap up. Thank you very much for joining, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye for now. Yes, I do have a Discord, hell.